Hey ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. This video is about how to be unforgettable to your ex. There is only one thing you really need to do for him to obsess about you, regret breaking up with you, and he will sit there and think, wow, she was really the one and she got away. This is the video for you. Now, I know if you've went through a breakup, I know how that can feel. Trust me, ladies, I have been there. You might think that you really want him back, and maybe you do really want him back. Maybe you feel like there was something there worth salvaging. But I also know that deep back in your mind, you're kind of thinking, I just really want to be the one he regrets leaving. He's hurt you, you're feeling really sad about it, and you're thinking, if he would just at some point have that clarity and realize, wow, she was really great. She was the one. And I'm never going to be able to find anybody like her again. That may make you feel a lot better. It's going to give you a lot of confidence. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit like he got karma. So let me tell you how to be that girl, how to be the one that is truly unforgettable. You are going to find several videos out there that tell you, get yourself back. You were worthy. He just didn't value you. He didn't know what he had when he lost it. There are going to be videos that make you feel really good about you were more than enough. It was his issues, not yours. Videos that really build you up. And I would love to sit here and tell you all of that. But that is not going to make you unforgettable. That is not going to get your ex to regret letting you go. The problem with just getting back to yourself and embracing yourself and owning your own truth and thinking, I was just fine the way I was and I'm not going to change for any man, and if he didn't love me for who I was, then he wasn't worth it. The problem with that is maybe you weren't the best version of yourself. Let's face it, sometimes we act a little crazy in relationships. We get too anxious, we get too needy, maybe too controlling, maybe jealous. Maybe you did some really foolish things. And just owning it is great, but not changing it is a problem. You need to own the fact that you were a little nuts. Don't just say, well, that's who I am, and he just needs to love me for who I am. And if he can't, well, then that's his loss because I'm all that. Listen, he's not going to give you another thought. He's going to be glad to get out of that relationship. Listen, it would be a lot easier for me to tell you all of the great things about yourself and to be so kind and to say there was nothing wrong with you. He just didn't see your worth. You just need to move on. You just need to embrace who you are. Don't change anything. Just heal. And I can tell you all of that. And that would be a lot easier for me to say because what I'm saying sounds pretty harsh. But telling you that you're just fine might not be the truth. And it's not going to be beneficial. It's not going to get him to come back. If you didn't act in a terrific, high-value way, you are going to be forgettable. And I just have to be upfront and honest. There's no reason for me to lie to you. There's no reason for me to just pat you on the back and say, oh, dear, sweet girl, you were worth so much. I do think you're worth a lot, but maybe you didn't show up in the way you should have shown up in this relationship. So here's the one piece of advice that I am going to give you if you truly want to be the unforgettable girl, you want to be the one that got away, is you have to transform. That's your tip right there. That is the only way you can do it. Now, maybe you already were a great girl. Maybe you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe he is the one with issues. Okay, well, guess what? You can always be better. You can always be a better version of yourself. Don't ever get to the point where you say, I am perfect just the way I am and I don't need to change and I'm not going to do any work on myself. Listen, you can always become a better person. Strive for excellence in everything that you do because there are a lot of potential partners out there that your ex could meet. You want to be the one that shines above all the rest. If you want to be the unforgettable girl, if you want this man to look back and just regret the day that he let you go, you need to have more assets, more amazing characteristics and traits than other girls out there. And don't do it. Don't adopt these traits. Don't transform for him. Do it for yourself. The added bonus is that he's going to see that. Transformation requires two things. The first thing it requires is for you to really self-reflect, to stop and just take a moment and be hard on yourself. I know other people on videos will say, be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just love yourself. I do want you to love yourself. And part of the process of truly practicing self-love is to self-analyze, to self-reflect, to stop and say, how did I act? Was I anxious? Was I constantly thinking about him? Was I needy? Was I a little crazy? Did I get angry? Was I witchy? Was I complaining? Was I messy? Did I let myself go physically? Was I a Debbie Downer? Whatever. Really stop and analyze. Maybe ask some of your friends, hey, how do I come across? And really take the harshest look at yourself that you can and just throw all of your flaws out there. Other people aren't going to tell you all your flaws, and your ex probably isn't going to either, so don't ask him. He's probably not wanting to hurt your feelings any more than he already has. So dig deep, look at all the ugly parts of yourself. That is step number one. Also in that step, analyze how the situation went, how the relationship went. Did you lower your standards? Did you accept behavior from him that you should never have accepted? Did you become a doormat for this guy? Did you do things for him without him doing things for you? Were you just smothering him? So look at the relationship as a whole and how you think that went. If you felt like you were giving and giving and giving and he was taking and taking and taking, really make a note of that so that you know you don't want to do that again in the next relationship. The second part of this transformation is you have to do the hard work. You really have to change. And you really have to change in 5 areas. So here we go. You have to change physically. And that means go get your hair done. Learn how to put on your makeup maybe a different way. Get your nails done. Go to the gym. Work on yourself. Start eating healthy. Be the best version of yourself you can be. Now you may say, I'm not changing my appearance for any man. Listen, you should change your appearance for you. I think none of us are to the place where we think, I am just gorgeous. I am all that. I look in the mirror every morning and I'm not hard on myself. I don't beat myself up for it, but I look in the mirror and go, you know what? I want to improve this. I want to gain a little bit more muscle tone. I want to practice doing my makeup a little bit differently, or I want to go get my nails done, whatever, but you can always become that better person. So work on yourself physically, because I'm telling you, if you get the breakup body, your ex is not only going to come back, but you are going to feel so much more confident, and you're going to get a lot of other guys coming up and asking you out too. The next area of transformation is your emotions. You have to get emotional control. You have to get a higher emotional IQ. Practice nonchalance. Practice not letting anything bother you. Being cool, being chill, being calm, being grounded. Raising your self-worth, being confident. Really work on your emotional state so that you can come across as this high-value woman. And I talk about high-value women in my e-course. I have 2 e-courses on my website. I will link it in the description below. The website is She's Everyday. She'sEveryday.com. She's everything, every day. On that website, there are 2 e-courses. She's the One. How to be the one he can't live without. How to be the one he regrets losing. And an e-course called She Heals. How to not only survive a breakup, but how to thrive in the midst of it. Both of those e-courses have a chapter called High Value Women. And I have listed 35 traits of high value women. And actually how you can begin to adopt those traits and implement those traits into your life. Get one of those e-courses. I promise it will change your life and relationships, and your ex is going to find you unforgettable. The third area of transformation is to be social. Get involved. We like people that have a lot going on, that have a lot of friends, that are respected, They have a group that they hang with or multiple groups. And you may say, well, I'm just an introvert. I don't like getting out and mixing with people. Then join a book club, a quiet book club. But get yourself back out into social circles. We like people that are in some way kind of popular. They're, again, respected. They have a lot going on. Next, work on your intellectual, work on your mind. Get a tough, strong mindset, but also learn something new. Get a new skill. Watch motivational videos. Figure out what area of your mind can become more grounded, more stable, smarter. Do something every day that helps you to gain some knowledge in some area. Lastly, financial. Work on your financial goals. Pay off some bills. Move out of your mom's house. Go, buy a car and start paying that off. Start a side hustle. A woman who has her own pink slip. A woman who says, hey, I own my house, I own my car, I can fully fund myself, is very attractive to a man because she is independent. She doesn't need him. She just wants a man in her life. She doesn't need a man in her life financially, and men find that irresistible. Ladies, there are a lot of other things you can do to make you be unforgettable. I have videos talking about no contact, how to use silence to your advantage, how to use social media, what to post and what not to post. But all of those things take a second place. They take a back seat to truly transforming yourself. Ladies, I want to see you win, and I could sit here and tell you all day that you are wonderful and you don't need to change and he was the problem. But that's really not going to help you get what you want. I want you to be the best person that you can be. I want you to show up as the most high value woman. I want you to show up dazzling and brilliant and confident. And your worth, your value will just go through the roof. You're like a light in a dark place. People just flock to you because you're positive and you're upbeat. You're peaceful, you're joyful. I want to see you be that woman, not just so this man will notice, but do it for you. But ultimately, that is the way to be unforgettable. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. God bless you guys. I will see you in my next video.